All right, good morning. Welcome to our video follow through for today. Today I want to talk about labels. And man, we love to get out that label maker, to get out those name tags and decide, how people should be seen or what label we should put on them. And so what do I want to be known as? Do I want to be known as a Lutheran, as an American, maybe as someone who lives in Pennsylvania, maybe as someone who's a Caucasian, or someone who is whatever label that I want to put on, right? I'm into punk rock, or I'm into metal. I mean, what is it? Am I a hockey guy? Because there's a lot of labels I could throw on. There's a lot of things that I could say, that's who I am. But all of those things are just externals, aren't they? Right? I come from a background of German and Polish, all right? So should that be what I lead with? Should that be the thing that defines me? Well, no. Those are some differences. Those are some cultural things that tell you a little bit about me. But what really matters? Paul says it in Galatians 3, verse 28. He says, look, there is neither Jew or Greek. There's neither slave nor free. There's no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Said all are one in Christ Jesus. So if I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, like, that's what matters. It's faith in Him. It's who I am in Him. It's who you are in Him. It's how the people around us are in Him. Like I need to see everything through that lens. Look at what he says in verse 26. If you go back a couple of verses, he says, in Christ, he says, you are all sons of God through faith. So that makes us brothers and sisters, no matter what our skin color is, no matter what country we hail from, what language we speak, what accent we have, what our favorite sports team is, or whatever those other things that we make such a big deal over. Paul's going, God doesn't make a big deal about them. And they are differences. Don't get me wrong. We don't just push those aside. In fact, those could be some awesome things that we celebrate. This diversity that we have as human beings. And the fact that we come from so many different countries and speak so many different languages and have so many different kind of preferences culturally and things that we love, different food, right? And different ways that we like to pass our time, different kind of music. But God can get through all of those things and get past all those things to our hearts. Right? While we're busy setting up walls and pushing people aside, God's going, no, I'm going to bring you together. And I'll make you one in my Son, Jesus Christ. Because there's one thing, one problem that we all have. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from. We all need Jesus because we have all sinned. Right? We all got this problem within us that we want our own way. And we have a major problem with anyone who is different than us. All of us do. See, but God comes in and gave His Son to die for us. And He rose for us. And He says all of us are now sons of God, or children of God through faith. For as many of you as were baptized into Christ, you have put on Christ. So in other words, that's what you should see is Him, is Jesus. Now again, I get it. There's people that don't believe in Him, that they don't trust in Him. And so how should we see them, right? I think we should reach out in love. I think we should say, hey, I want you to know that this Jesus and who He is and what He's done. I want you to have the faith that I have. I want you to have the peace and the joy that I have. So let's talk about our differences, right? The externals. But as believers in Christ, let's see and what matters is faith in Him. What matters is the unity that we have in Jesus. And that's something to celebrate, man. That's something to get excited about each and every day. We'll see you tomorrow for another video follow-through.